a solar system on the Newtown Middle School. It's a very exciting project. It's taken a lot of people to come together to make this happen. I would especially like to thank Mr. Seb Duvall in the back, without whom we probably all would not be here today. So thank you, Seb. Appreciate all your hard work on this. We're going to start with Tony Savino. He's the principal of Sound Solar. He's going to give you some background information on the system and on Sound Solar's role.
Can you guys hear me without this? The only way? Welcome. Did that on purpose. Actually, I'm going to talk about a lot of people who are involved with this program. We have a representative from Senator Murphy's office here, and this really is a fantastic sample of when private citizens, local, state, federal government, and private industry steps in. And without all of those things, this project would not have happened. It started really with Kathy Quinn. It's Kathy. And the whole energy of it, basically. I think that it starts with citizens really seeing there's a problem and trying to figure out a solution to it. And once you start with that citizen, then your first step is local government, basically. So, Richard Year's first selectman was instrumental in pushing that through, along with the other local entities, which is Fred Hurley, we got rid of him before. Fred Hurley, who basically is director of public works and also is a tough negotiator on the CPA side. Gina, who I guess Gina didn't make today here, but Gina really was instrumental in helping us get things together and make things really happen on the job site at the local level. And without any of those people, wouldn't be here. Then we go to the state level. This project only works because the state, through the ZREC program, and through really competitive bidding process, is funding this program for 15 years, basically. So the state of Connecticut comes in, good policy, and adds that component to it. Then you go over to the federal government. And without the federal government's 30% tax credit, without the depreciation, again, this doesn't work. And again, there's our first problem. There's our first bridge we have to get between the public sector and the private sector. Because the town of Newtown, as a municipality, cannot take advantage of the federal 30% tax credit and the depreciation. So if it was just public sector, the project would stop. It doesn't work. So then we get Tom Athens and Walters Power Management on the private sector steps in and says, okay, we'll fill that. We'll take advantage of the tax credits. We'll bring in private investors. We'll fund the project. We'll give a good discount back to the town of Newtown. And again, without the private sector, private financing stepping in, again, the project doesn't work. And then in the end, the last guys on the totem pole are always the guys who actually do the actual work, which is Sound Solar System. And Seth Duvall was our project manager, really pulled everybody together. Stephen Dragan is our production manager, who's up on the roof and make things work. Although Tom Athens from Walters Power Management also was on the roof installing some modules. So don't let those people tell you about Wall Street guys. They get on their hard.
Yeah, all the time. How much did you get paid? It's easy.
Yeah, he worked about 4 hours and came back to the office. So again, a project like this is there's a problem. We need clean renewable energy. How do we get there? Public sector cannot do it on its own. The private sector cannot do it on its own because of the complexity of this. But when they all get together, we have a 180 kW system up on that roof. It's going to supply, in fact, there's some photos up there. It's going to supply about 30% of the school's energy needs for the next 25 or 30 years. And I think it's a kind of a perfect example of when we can all see a problem, good people and good policy can really come up with a solution. It doesn't seem to always work in our problems, like government and private, but it should. There's no reason why it can't. So thank you all for coming, and I think Kara's going to announce the next speaker. Thank you.
Next up, we're going to hear from Tom Athens. He's a managing partner at Walters Power Management, who owns and operates the system.
So these are the good days for Altus Power, when we can come to a solar system that was able to be built, that starts working, producing energy for the good of the people and the schools. And there's a million days where we sit in the office and we grind it out, and crazy things come up, and we try to get things done, and it feels like it's never going to happen. And but these are the good days. So we're really happy that we could do this project with you guys. It was about a $600,000 investment for our fund. Altus Power is located in Old Greenwich, Connecticut. My partner and I founded it in 2009. We raise money from investors, and we pay 100% of the cost to put a solar systems on the roofs of schools and commercial buildings and municipal buildings in the United States, mostly in the Northeast, and now we're moving around the country now as well. Like Tony said, there's a lot of things that go into it. You need good policy, you need good people, you need good permitting. There's a lot of things that need to go into it. The Connecticut ZREP program was an important part of this program. We wouldn't have built the system without it. There's other states that we work in that have subsidy programs in place that make it so that our investors can earn their return. I mean, it's an incredible deal for the host of a solar system like we have here, like you guys are. You don't put up any money, you receive a solar system that starts selling electricity cheaper than you can buy from the grid. So that's made possible by investors and state funds and federal funds. So we're happy that we can help. We started this business. My partner and I worked with Wall Street people for years, working with banks and insurance companies, and we saw investors investing in dumb things, that nobody needs and we don't need any more of. And we said, why are we just a part of this rat race? Trying to continue funding things that nobody needs. How about we take some of those people who are pretty smart and investing in things that are pretty dumb, and introduce them to something that's pretty smart and pretty necessary. And we came up with the idea of building solar systems. We're not the only people in the world that do it, but we're one of the few people in the United States who can offer this type of product. So we're glad we've met you guys. We're glad we're able to build this. We're going to take care of it for the next 25 years to make sure that it does everything it's supposed to do. We can produce electricity for you guys cheaper than you can get it from the grid. And we're just happy to be involved. All right, so thanks, and hopefully we'll do some other stuff. There's lots of ways that we can help, the municipal, authorities here, other schools. Hopefully we can help you guys down the road with other things coming up as well. Thank you.
All right, next we're going to hear from Rob Mishalik. He's a representative from Chris Murphy's office.
Thank you very much. First of all, let me begin by passing along the regrets of Senator Murphy. Unfortunately, he's in Washington today and couldn't be here in person, but he does send his regards and his congratulations to all of you. And as the Senator's State Economic Development Director, I tend to look at projects like this through that prism. But clearly this goes beyond its economic benefits. Obviously, it has those benefits, as was alluded to. The town is poised to save thousands of dollars over the next 25 to 30 years because of this project. But beyond that, there are certainly environmental and educational benefits. Environmentally, this is a green project. It's going to reduce Newtown's carbon footprint. We should all be pleased with that. Also has educational benefits. The fact that it's located here at a school certainly conveys to students in this community the importance of environmental stewardship. So for that reason, clearly there's a win-win-win aspect. An economic benefit, environmental benefit, and an educational benefit. For that reason, I'm especially pleased to be here on behalf of the Senator to commend all of you, to commend the town, Altus, and Sound Solar for making this project a reality. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We appreciate you guys coming down here. Also, while we're on senators, we have a letter from Senator Blumenthal over there as well. You guys want to take a look at that? He also is in Washington, but wanted to be a part of this as well. Finally, we're going to hear from First Selectwoman Patricia Lodra.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, especially to our partners at Altus and Sound Solar, our investment and installation team that have made this possible. The commencement of this solar electric project at the middle school marks the second public-private partnership in this field by the town of Newtown, and our fourth major project of this sort in the community as a whole. We're the leaders, I believe, as a municipality in the state of Connecticut in this kind of project and in our emphasis on public-private relationships. I'm very proud of that. It's good to be known for something that's pretty extraordinary and smart. So I'm happy that we are the leaders in this field. The two town private public partnerships have already resulted in a direct investment of more than site and also at the wastewater treatment plant, which is our first project. The ribbon cutting here with our partners is only the beginning. With the new legislation, and this is very important, passed in the last session of the Connecticut General Assembly, the town for the first time can look at the practical development of brownfield sites for solar energy farms. These sites will be able to produce megawatts of solar-generated electricity. The new law will allow the use of this power in a financially attractive way, which has been the barrier in the past, at other town-owned sites which might not be good candidates for their own solar energy systems, such, for example, for us at our police station. We really have only just begun to find ways to diversify the energy mix here in Connecticut. We need that diversity to stabilize our present and future costs for energy. However, perhaps nothing is more appropriate than this ceremony taking place at a school. As Rob mentioned, we have multiple challenges ahead of us, but part of it is to educate those that are going to come after us and be the leaders of our future. So it's very important that we communicate by our behaviors and by our actions and by how we invest our time and energy so that we influence the youth of the youth that are going to be the leaders of the future. So it's really important that we do this at a school. It's very celebratory around that. And also, we want you to know that we'll have an icon on our homepage that we will be encouraging students to track the energy savings, the cost savings over time. Again, it's a way to influence their decision making in the future. So it's great. It's a great project. I'm very happy that we're here in a school celebrating that. I think we have wonderful partners in Altus and South Solar. I'm looking forward to many more projects with them. We have a strong commitment to a sustainable energy future. We have a wonderful Sustainable Energy Commission, and I would ask those people to please stand. You're really the starting point for all of them. So we've got Desiree, and we've got Kathy, I think Dan Holmes is here, Dan. So really, these are the folks that really do that behind the scenes work, that keep us focused on those projects that have some benefit for the future, as well as they're green, they're sustainable, they're affordable, and they're smart. So this is the starting point for all of those good things. So I thank you personally for that effort. So thank you again. I'm glad you're here, and I'm very happy to be part of this ceremony.
All right, thank you. We're going to cut the ribbon now. So Kathy and Rob, if you want to join me to hold the ribbon, and we'll have cut it. And then it's time for lunch.
Watch out, Fred.
That's a crocodile Dundee.
I could have used these. Do I stand in front of the set?
Okay, are we ready? Do they actually cut?
Yep.